Have you ever noticed something strange? Someone hurts you, crosses a line, disrespects you, and instead of feeling angry, you start wondering if it was somehow your fault. Maybe you were too sensitive. Maybe you expected too much. Maybe you should have stayed quiet. It's a feeling so many women know. Not the pain of being mistreated, the guilt of reacting to it. But what if that guilt isn't proof that you were wrong? What if it's proof that you've been taught to turn your anger against yourself? Let's talk about why that happens. Imagine this. You've had a long day. Someone you care about makes a sarcastic comment that stings. You finally speak up. Not loudly, not cruelly. You simply say, "That hurt me." The room goes quiet. A few minutes later, you're no longer thinking about what they said. You're replaying your own words. Was I too emotional? Did I ruin the mood? I should have just let it go. By bedtime, you're apologizing, even though you're the one who was hurt. Does that sound familiar? Here's the strange part. Most people think guilt comes after doing something wrong, but sometimes guilt appears after doing something you've never been allowed to do, like taking up space, like saying no, like asking to be treated with respect. From a young age, many women receive the same quiet message. Be kind, be patient, don't make people uncomfortable, keep the peace. These aren't bad values. Kindness matters, compassion matters. But when peace becomes more important than honesty, something painful happens. Anger starts feeling dangerous, not because it is, because you've learned that expressing it might cost you love, approval, or belonging. So instead of saying, "They hurt me," your mind whispers, "I must have done something wrong." And that's where guilt quietly takes over. Pause for a second. Think about the last time you swallowed your frustration. What were you protecting? The relationship? The other person's feelings? Or the version of yourself that believes being good means never upsetting anyone? Here's something we don't talk about enough. Anger isn't the opposite of kindness. Sometimes anger is kindness, directed toward yourself. It's the part of you that says, "This isn't okay." It's the emotion that protects boundaries. Without it, people don't just cross the line, they stop seeing the line altogether. But when anger has been labeled as selfish, dramatic, or difficult, your mind finds a safer emotion, guilt. Because guilt keeps relationships intact, even if it slowly breaks you. Think about everyday moments. A friend constantly cancels your plans. You tell yourself they're just busy. A partner ignores your feelings. You wonder if you're asking for too much. A coworker takes credit for your work. You convince yourself it's not worth mentioning. On the outside, you look calm. Inside, something keeps getting smaller. Not because you're weak, because every unspoken feeling teaches your heart that your needs come second. Here's the twist. The problem isn't that women feel too much guilt. The problem is that guilt often arrives before they've even asked the most important question. Was I actually treated fairly? Instead of examining what happened, they examine themselves. Again and again and again.